Tēnā koutou katoa, na mihi nui ki a koutou. Thank you very much, Anne, for your hospitality here. Thank you to the kaumātua for our welcome to Lynn, and of course Peter for your very knowledgeable comments, and for placing a wero, a challenge, at the foot of the politicians in the room. The Greens have released our policy platforms, and basically it's three things. Basically, we want a fairer society, a cleaner environment, and a smarter, more diverse economy, because we think we can do all these things. We have a vision of New Zealand where every child is thriving, where every child has the opportunity to be well cared for, is well cared for, where they have enough to eat, where they have a warm, secure, dry home, where they have a raincoat and shoes to come to school in, where they have the basic necessities of life, and where they have opportunities for healthy, good food, they have access to good health care, and above all, that they have good education. Because education, as Peter said, is the way to escape poverty. Like Peter, and possibly like yourself, Minister, I came from a very good school in the Frankton Railway Settlement. I was one of 9 kids, the 8th of 9, and that platform was what enabled me to actually achieve a higher education as I got older. These are the things that we want for our kids. Like some of the previous speakers, we don't believe that national standards delivers for anybody. It certainly doesn't deliver for the kids. It's hard for teachers, and I've heard teachers, the teachers of my own kids, say that it's not what they want to be doing, it's not how they want to be measuring the proficiency of the children that they are doing their best for. And we know that there are other better assessment tools, and I've seen them at Te Hirahi Primary School, and in the back row there I just want to acknowledge one of the men who taught one of my children. And those assessment tools are used to actually ensure that kids are learning what they need to learn and how they need to learn, and that they are the best that they can possibly be. We would also deal to charter schools. We're opposed to privatisation, whether it's the privatisation of our state-owned assets, like our electricity companies, or whether it's the privatisation of our education system. And the funneling of state funds into the private sector is a national disgrace. When we know that all schools should be good schools, and we should be able to put the best schools that we have in front of our kids and the best teachers, and we do. We've also quite recently announced our early childhood education policies. Basically, because if we invest in early childhood, for every dollar, there is between a $3 and a $16 return over a long, 10 to 20 year period, depending what you're counting. And again, kids in early childhood education have the better outcomes for being able to get qualifications and good jobs when they leave the education system. So we've said that we will give free 20 hours childcare or early childhood education to under 2s, and that we will restore 100% qualifications for those kids. Because early childhood education is not babysitting, right? Yeah. We've also said that one of the things that we need to be doing is engaging with the communities, and I take this on board, Minister, because you said this, that parents need to be involved in our kids' learnings. So we announced a school hub policy, which is having schools at the heart of our communities. It works very well in places like Rānui, places like the Victory community near Nelson. So essentially, the school would be the community hub. We'd have nurses, we'd have community coordinators, we'd have free lunches for those 1 to 4 decile schools, and we'd have out-of-school programs and school holiday programs for the kids in those communities, again to give them the best outcome. Thank you. There are lots more that we could be doing. To deal to poverty, we actually need to deal to incomes. And we've got poverty wages in this school, support staff not earning a living wage, and we need to be working on that.